So, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, I'll first introduce the speaker of the day, Dr. Atul Kumar Singla, Dean, School of Architecture and Design, Lovely Professional University. He's the chairman, IIA Jalandhar, a doctorate from School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi. He completed his bachelor's in architecture also from the School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi, and master's in emergent technologies and design at Architectural Association, London. He researched in the fields of parametric softwares, generative and biometric design while working with internationally acclaimed professionals of London. He worked in Calford Seadon in London, a multi-discipline design and construction firm at London Bridge. Worked on several prestigious projects for the firm, including Gravesend Gurudwara, largest Gurudwara outside India. He is also the chief architect for Lovely Professional University, Jalandhar, since its inception. The design and supervision of this mammoth 80 lakh square feet mega venture is overseen by him. Dr. Atul also heads the design firm by the name of IDEAC in Punjab. The school owns four disciplines: architecture, interior design planning, and industrial design, with over 800 students at various levels of diploma, degree, master's, and PhD. We also have with us Mr. Pankaj Vij. He holds the master's degree in management with keen area of interest being training and development. He's having over 18 years of experience in multiple domains, including teaching, training, and operations. He has occupied strategic positions in multiple organizations of repute. Currently, he is heading the Department of Tie-ups at Lovely Professional University. So, friends, when you unleash your creative potential, wonders happen. And a degree in architecture is one where you get to combine your creativity and intellect to move a nation forward and grow. So it's the time to hear from the speaker of the day, Dr. Atul Kumar Singla. Over to you.
Thank you, Rishiji. I welcome everyone to this session, a very important session on architecture at Lpu. And with that, we'll be taking architecture, the profession. So starting with architecture as a profession, I mean, a good way to see the importance of architecture as a profession is to just Google any major city or any major civilization, and you see that most of the images that come up when you search are of architecture. Architecture becomes the identity of any great civilization, of any great city, of any great country. So, as an architect, you hold that great power of creating a symbol for a city or a civilization. Architecture is a great profession which has the power to change lives. Here are some examples where architects, through intervention in cities and neighborhoods, have brought about a great change in the lives of the people. And that is especially true in today's times, in the COVID times. So many students, when they were looking at architecture as a profession, they want to know why architecture. So I would say that one of the biggest reasons to join architecture is the creative satisfaction that comes when you design a building, when you design a project. So that, I think, is very important for any profession, and architecture gives you that satisfaction. Also, you have the choice, the independence to become an entrepreneur. You can open up your own office and work as an independent architect doing projects. Or obviously, you have the choice to work with somebody. You can also go into teaching as an architect. You can teach architecture, or you can diversify into any other multiple firms, multiple lines which are associated with architecture. Um, and another important point here is that having done architecture from India, you have the whole world open to you because the scope in the market is global. Because globally, all practices use the same softwares, have the same basic requirements for architects. So the whole world is open for you after doing bachelor's in architecture from India, from LPU. Now, after doing architecture, there are various prospects which are open to you. You can go for, after doing your bachelor's in architecture or your diploma in architecture, you can go for master's in various subjects. On the table on the left, you can see you can go for master's in planning, in architecture. You can go for building management, history, arts, construction management. Or you can, as we discussed, you can open up your own office. You can go for becoming a site architect. You can work in the office. You can be involved with the drawings of the project. So it's up to you. And then on the right hand side, we see various other options which are available for you. Once you complete your bachelor's, you can go into interior design, go into planning, where you plan bigger projects like cities or neighborhoods. You can go into conservation, where you're looking at historical buildings and preserving them, or landscape architecture, if that is your interest. We discussed that obviously we are in a very difficult time at the moment. So as students who are coming into this profession, we must understand that there is a link between COVID and architecture and how COVID has changed the profession in the last 1 year. So people are looking at their homes, looking at their projects in the new light, and they're rethinking architecture, they're rethinking building design. So there are a lot of changes which are happening. So that translates into a lot of scope for fresh architects coming into this field. Here you see one example of an architect who is based in London, where they are reimagining a home for a client, where the clients have started looking at their homes in a different light, and they are looking at their homes as vacation homes. So, the projects and their nature is changing. And you see other changes happening in architecture because of COVID, where the new normal is buildings where there are holding areas before entering, where you have to sanitize. Ergonomics, which is design dictated by ergonomics, by body size, by body dimensions is changing. And social distancing is now becoming the new norm. So obviously architecture therefore is changing, and India and the world will need more architects, more planners, more urban designers as we rethink our cities and our buildings. So the scope in architecture and design is increasing. We at LPO, obviously, we have already changed the way we are teaching. We have shifted online to online teaching in this period. So most all of our students, all of our classes at present are happening online. And we are using various technologies and various systems so that students are able to, in this brief period of COVID, when they're not able to come to the campus, they're able to learn sitting at home, and they're able to do all their assignments, send all their assignments to us, and we are able to judge them, mark them, so that learning is not lagging behind. When you do come to the campus, and hopefully that will be very soon, you will see that this is the architecture school. This is the School of Architecture and Design, where we have 4 disciplines: architecture, planning, interior design, and product design. Something about the school: it's the premier school of North India and one of the oldest schools. It started in 2005, one of the oldest establishments. We have some of the most learned, experienced, and qualified faculty in the region. Infrastructure-wise, obviously, LPO is state of the art, and we have some of the best infrastructure in the country. In terms of infrastructure, we have laser cutters, workshops, computer labs, construction yard, 3D printers, so that students can work hands-on on their projects and learn by making models, by making furniture, hands-on, one-is-to-one. In terms of infrastructure, we also have auditoriums, sports facilities, cultural facilities, and these are unparalleled anywhere in India. We have held international conferences, and we regularly hold workshops and international conferences where you have experts coming from all over the world. And you will see in the preceding slides, you'll see the quality of experts who have come to Lpu, to the School of Architecture. Here are some glimpses of the infrastructure at Lpu. You can see the printing labs, the 3D printing labs, laser cutters, the workshops, computer labs, which are equipped with the latest softwares, which are used everywhere in the world, anywhere in the world. The library is a state-of-the-art. We have a very good number of international and national journals, top journals of India and globally. And students can get a great exposure while being in the school. This is some glimpses of our faculty members. You can see we have faculty members from all top institutes of India and abroad. So our students, our faculty members hold PhDs, masters, and bachelor's degrees from top institutes of India and the world. One of the great things about learning architecture at LPU is that our students can gain exposure of professional projects of architecture while being in the school, because the school itself is integrated very closely with the professional practice, where we have an office within the campus. As you know, the LPU itself was designed by a team of architects within the campus. So, and we also take up projects outside the campus. We do a lot of professional projects. So the students and the faculty members work very closely with the professional architects. So all the projects that most of the projects that we do in the academics are live projects, are actual projects. So here you see these projects like schools, and which are actually coming up, and students get to work on them. So that's a great advantage of doing architecture at LPU. These are some of the associations with professional bodies which LPU is very proud to have. Bodies like Council of Architecture, Indian Institute of Architects. We work very closely with the Indian Institute of Architects because, again, it's a body of professional architects. So we have seminars with them, regular seminars. Bodies like IGBC, INTAC. IGBC, obviously, we're looking at sustainability in architecture. INTAC, where we're looking at heritage in Punjab. We're working on a lot of projects with them, which involve heritage buildings in Punjab. Again, students and faculty members are closely associated with these projects. And obviously, there are other bodies which work very closely with LPU. Some glimpses of some of the events which are held at LPU regularly. For example, this is the NEASA jury, which was held at LPU, which is the student organization where the thesis jury was held at LPU. So you can see the prize distribution, architect Deshpande from Maharashtra addressing the students. This is some glimpses of the international conference that we hold biannually, where we have architects and professional architects and academicians from all over the world participating. And this is one of the biggest events that is held. And these are some glimpses from 2018 event, where architect Raj Rewal, he's the top architect, obviously, of India. He was part of the August gathering. And you can see Professor Krishna Rao Jasim, Ashok Lal, and some other dignitaries who were part of this. And we had participants from 5 continents, all 5 continents of the world as part of this conference. Some other glimpses from the international conference where we work closely, like I said, with Indian Institute of Architects. You can see the chairman of the Punjab chapter, Sanjay Goelji, former chairman Bagaji, and other dignitaries as part of this great conference that we hold every year. You can see other top dignitaries from all over India and the world. You can see Dr. D.S. Meshram. He is the president of the ITPI, the Town Planners Association. We see architects from Sri Lanka, from Bangladesh, from Italy, from USA, and from Australia. Guest lectures is a normal course of events that happens at LPU. Here we see Dr. Sheesh Shah. He's called the Airport King of India. And you see all major airport projects that are being designed in India are done by him and his firm. His son is also working with him very closely, and both of them have been part of guest lectures at LPU. So students have really gained by interacting with such great personalities at LPU. Some other events where our students have been going to offices of architects and learning from them, where you see at Noida with Studio Akom, with architect Saurabh Gupta, and Dr. Hamish Rennie from New Zealand, and architect Varun Sharma, senior consultant at AIMS, New Delhi. Again, here you see glimpses of students visiting projects, live projects all over India, and learning from craftsmen, from architects, from live sites. This is again one of the major focuses of School of Architecture and Design, where we want students to learn hands-on, because learning doesn't only happen in classrooms. A great learning happens when students go and explore buildings and see with their own eyes how drawings become projects, become reality. Some other glimpses of students' workshops being held at LPU, sketching workshops, painting workshops, students doing 1:1 plans of buildings, and working on softwares, working on latest softwares. Again, hands-on learning, examples of hands-on learning where students are making small projects with bricks. First year students, second year students working on architect Laurie Baker workshop. Regular site visits of students where they see how a building starts from foundation till the end stage of interiors. Industrial visits where you see materials being, how building materials are produced, learning building materials and their qualities. Education is one of the major components of architecture study, and we make sure that our students visit great projects all over India and abroad, and they learn again from works of great architects. Here you see some glimpses of our students learning as well as enjoying visiting these great events. We take pride in the fact that our students have won international and national competitions, and they have beaten some of the top architectural firms even to secure very good positions in design competitions. You see some examples of competitions here. Again, students as groups have participated in a lot of events where we have NASA events happening at national level and A3 foundation levels happening in Chandigarh. Again, our students have been overall winners in all these competitions and have done very well. Some other examples of competition wins by students. LPU takes pride in the fact that we have students as part of the LPU fraternity from all over India, from all the states of India and around 40 countries. In the School of Architecture, again, it's a very diverse school, and you will see that you will meet students from the north, the south, northeast, all corners of India. And LPU has regular events where the culture and the food and the cuisines of these states and countries are showcased by the students for the benefit of each other, for sharing ideas. And that is one of the great strengths of learning at LPU. So you can experience the world in LPU. International internships at LPU. Our students, after they graduate, they have to go for training, 6 months training, and some of our students have been placed all over the world for their training. You can see some of our students who are training in Spain, Germany, Dubai, and London. Here you see examples of some of our students who are pursuing higher studies, at universities, top universities of India, and they are pursuing post-graduation courses after doing bachelor's in architecture from LPU. Here are some examples of our students who have passed out from LPU and become very successful entrepreneurs. They have started their own offices and are doing very successfully. They are doing projects all over India. This is obviously one of the career choices open for the students where they open their own offices. And the way the students are prepared after completing their degree is that they can very confidently open up their own practices and take up multiple projects and earn very well. Here you see some of our students who are placed with big companies and doing very well. They're doing their jobs at top architects. You can see MNC firms there in Singapore, Bangalore, Odisha, Costco. Also, some of our students have diversified, as here you can see architect Sagar Sethia in the center, who went into IAS and he secured IAS rank of 66 after completing his BArch from LPU. Some of the firms where our students are placed, these are international firms based in Dubai, in London, and in Germany, in Hungary, where our students, after doing their LBR, have been placed there and are earning handsome packages. These are again top placements from LPU in firms which are the top firms of India. You can see some very big names here of B.V. Doshi office, Christopher Charles Winninger's office, Sanjay Puri Architects, C.P. Kukreja Architects. So some top firms where our students are placed and doing very well. Some other firms, very respectable firms where our students are placed and earning handsome packages. Here we are also sharing the fee details for LPU. The tuition fee per semester for BArch is around 1.2 lakhs per semester. But for what is very good uh, step that is being taken by LPU is that there is a scholarship scheme where after giving their exam, if you secure 95 marks and above, you can get 50% scholarship. And if you secure between 90 and 95, you score 40% scholarship. And between 80 and 90%, you score 30% scholarship. So that is a great step by LPU to encourage students to pursue architecture as a profession. Well, thank you so much. I was very happy to share details of architecture as a profession and architecture at LPU. If you have any queries, I'll be very happy to answer them. Thank you so much.
So, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for throwing light on prospects of architecture, COVID and architecture, the comparison, the new normals, and glimpses of the events and international internship. That was really fantastic and very crisp. Thank you so much, sir. We have few questions coming from the attendees, and first of all, I would like to request all the attendees to keep on pushing your questions onto our Q&A box so that our experts can take up those questions and give you more clarity on the things. And we have one more options in case you want to talk to our experts directly, Dr. Atul directly. You can put in your raise your hand through the interface. I will directly be connecting you um, to the experts, and you can put on your question directly, right? So, sir, most of the questions are regarding the placements. Students are more worried about the placements. They need to know what type of companies now, post-COVID, would be coming and picking them up.
Well, like I showed you in my presentation, as a school, we are in touch with all the top firms, all the top architectural firms of India and abroad even. So when our students are pursuing their final year, they go for a 6 months training. So what we encourage our students to do is to prepare a portfolio of all their academic work and then share it with the help of the placement department of LPU, share it with the firms of India and abroad. And if the architects, the firms, they like the projects, they like the portfolios, then they invite those students for internship. And what is very good is that the quality of work, which we have been able to showcase in the last few years, makes sure that the students who get internship in these firms, they are taken up for job also with the same firms because the quality of work is so good. So I think there is a very good chain which is progressing, and our students can get very good packages and work with the top firms of India and abroad.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope the question is well answered by the experts, and it's a thing uh, to be felt more proud of and more confident regarding the placements. Don't worry about that. Okay. So we have so many attendees with us. Priya Talwar is there, Jagdeshwar is there, Rafia Naz is there, Rinku Pradhan is there. Rinku wants to know, do we need to be good at drawing for architecture?
Right, Rinku, that's a very good question. And most of the students who try to come into architecture, they feel that some of them feel that my art drawing is not very good. So will I not do well in architecture? Well, that's not the norm. That is not for sure that this is what happens. A lot of students, if they are good in drawing, yes, they come into architecture and they feel confident. But a lot of students who are not good at drawing, when they come into architecture in the first year and the second year, we have a lot of courses like graphics where our teachers work with the students. And then our students are able to pick up drawing and sketching very quickly because as architects, drawing is one of the mediums to represent your ideas. But there are now other mediums like softwares. There are very good softwares which our students start learning from first year onwards. And these softwares help the students to showcase their imagination in a much better way than even sketching sometimes. So if you are not good at sketching, don't worry about it. We will help you in first year to improve your sketching, and you will also learn new softwares so that you can showcase your designs.
Thank you so much, sir. Uh, so there are many queries I can see regarding the admissions, the detailed fee structure, and little bit of scholarship. Priya again wants to know the detailed structure. So we do have, for those who have queries regarding uh, the admissions part, definitely we have a little presentation for you by Dr. Megha Mehta. We will give a little break to Dr. Atul for a while, and we'll shift on to Dr. Megha Mehta. She is appearing on the screen. Hello, Dr. Megha.
Hi, sir.
So
Hello. Good evening,
let
Atul,
me
sir.
Good evening.
So let me introduce Dr. Megha for you all. She's an associate professor, Mittal School of Business, Lovely Professional University, project head, Department of Planning and Administration, Division of Admissions. She specializes in organizational behavior, critical thinking, creativity, innovation, business ethics, and much more. Uh, so it would be an absolute delight to talk to her. And she'll be giving you a brief of, you can say, admissions part and a little bit of infrastructure. So over to Dr. Megha. I am giving you the rights for the presentation. So I would give you a little chance for a quick presentation.
Sorry. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Your screen is visible.
Yeah, I'm just showing my PPTs to all of them.
It was visible earlier.
Yeah, it was visible, but then I don't know where it has gone. I'll just give you 1 minute.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is it visible?
visible now. Perfect.
Welcome to all of you for this is a quick the presentation that I would be talking about why LPU you should choose for architecture program and what kind of a scholarship and fee programs we have for our students. So let me introduce to you, because every parent talk about how is campus life and what kind of exposure that my child would be having, and especially the children would be very much inquisitive about this. So let me tell you that we are the ones who are the private organization who conducted 106th Indian Science Congress, and we had Honorable Prime Minister on board. So they have inaugurated our event, and we have eminent visitors. If you look into this, I will not name it because you know him very well. And we have the eminent the visitors who have visited, and a lot of inputs that we have got from them, also a lot of exposure that students get with their presence, with their interaction. We have the students talking to so many people who have their own expertise in their field, and they get to know so many good things from them. So there is a guest lectures arranged by our division of student affairs. We have the vibrant campus is more vibrant when you see the Bollywood actors coming over here, and a lot of people have question and answers, and the youngsters, they get a vibration that yes, this is something which really need to get exposure. We must get this kind of an exposure. We have cricketers, we have Bollywood stars, we have a lot of the in the cultural fields, in their industry experts come and give their kind of small the interaction gives a lot of input to our students. So moving ahead with infrastructure. This is, when I talk about the infrastructures, LPU is having the one of the world's best infrastructure. You can see here, and this is our, yeah.
Dr. Mega, I would like to stop you for a while, and I would like Dr. Atul to comment upon this picture because he is the creator of this mammoth building.
Yes,
So,
that
sir, it's a question from my side, personal question. How this idea came to your mind of this type of architecture? It's really a unique thing. So, can you throw some light on it?
Thank you, Rishiji. Yes, this is the auditorium complex of LPU at LPU, and it is unique in many ways because this auditorium is around 2,000 seater auditorium. It's one of a kind in the country, and on top of the auditorium, it's an open air theater, which is around one of the biggest OITs in India. Again, 3,000 seater plus. And this whole complex is surrounded by around 13 buildings, which are all connected by bridges. And within this complex is also the central library, the honors block, and the research block, and the administration and the academic blocks. So this complex works very well because it's all connected for the students with all the facilities, teaching facilities and auditorium as well. So I think it was a very spontaneous and design problem which was solved, and it works very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So it's
this
really interesting to know a few basic things of our architecture. Thank you so much, sir. Over to Dr. Mega again.
Thank you, Dr. Atul. Thank you, Dr. Professor Rishiji. I would move ahead because as Sir has already given you a description about this beautiful architecture. Um, this is auditorium, and this is also one of the creation of Atul sir only. And this is a big auditorium. We have a very capacity of a lot of people here can sit here, and we have high tech modern infrastructure. We have a good sound system, and we have infrastructure like a computer labs been created in such a way that the student should not feel that there is the softwares, everything is intact. And we have a math lab as well where students can experiment with their projects, with their innovative ideas that they have. We have largest library system also. We have online database as well where a student can get all the resources online as well and can have the physical form as well of it. And we have even in the it is open, and people can, even in their exam time, students can avail these library facilities, can sit here, can read. And even at the around 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, they have the we extend hours as per the requirement. This is one of the we call it a resource center where student gets all the convenient things over here. We have when you see the inside, it looks like it's a very multi-stored, and a convenient stores also available inside this mall. And if you see any basic requirements that a child has, or any, even the faculty resides inside, so all the basic amenities are available inside our campus. So campus itself is a mini city where we have a lot of all the basic needs are fulfilled inside our campus. We have for considering that these days students shall not only people are having a very less work-life balance, and we exert ourselves, that the student must have a physical exertion. So we have gyms also inside our campus. We have the recreation. If you talk about the recreation, students can play with their Saturdays, Sundays, how they spend their time. So we have bowling system. We have even the medical equipments are also there. We have a hospital where a student can have all the necessary arrangements are there. We have doctors. We have a happiness center also, where if anybody is facing any issues, emotional well-being, if they want to look for, they can talk to our psychiatrist and psychologist, and can speak to our mentors. Their mentors are allotted to our students as well. These are the beds that is available for any emergency. If a student is facing any problem, we have inside doctors available, and they can get the all basic amenities, basic requirements inside our hospitals. This is solar panel. You can see that this is also a presidential stage, we call it. We have all the major events, convocations, anything that happens, we have a larger capacity to incorporate, encompass, and more than, I guess, 10,000 plus, if I'm not wrong, Atul sir, you can correct me, the capacity is more than any.
It's around, you can accommodate around for 50,000 plus people here, and it's one of the largest open auditorium facilities in India. And Prime Minister Modi, the Science Congress event, and all the big celebrities have come here. And there is a solar bank on top of this auditorium, and it's a unique project in many ways, and one of the great centers of LPU for holding all kinds of cultural and academic events.
Yeah, and adding to what sir has said, we are also believing in having environmental friendly ecosystem, and that is how we have developed such kind of buildings where we can have a sustainable development also of our system. This is how the our if you talk about the environment, is how our campus look like in different seasons. You can have these glimpses. This is one of the greenest large green fields that you can have, the gardens in our campus. We are also have got the Swachh Bharat ranking also. If it was done, we have got the ranks as well in this. This is how our campus look like. We believe in having a lot of greenery in our campus, so it is surrounded by gardens, surrounded by the trees, and so you can have a evening, you can have a walk, you can have a good environment in the evening as well. This is how the night view of our campus. Moving ahead, we have a very good infrastructure related to sports amenities also. We have a lot of good, we have biggest, the center where a student can get all the facilities, all the sports related activities under one roof. You can get everything. So we have, the swimming pools available. We have shooting range available. We have, the badminton courts. We have basketball courts. We have, if you name anything, we have inside our campus only, right? So this is how it looks like. We also provide residential facilities to our students. The very first thing of adopting our residential facility is having a good security system inside our campus. We have 24 hours. The security, they have a full, ragging free campus. We have a girl child can have very safe environment, safe campus that you can see. We have turnstile where not any no other than our own student can enter. We have turnstile in such a way that no outsider are allowed to get in, to be inside our campus. We have many facilities and options available in our residential facilities. One is looking for residential, then we have one-seater AC and air-cooled. We have two-seater AC air-cooled. Options are given, three-seater and four-seater. We have luxury apartments depending upon your likes. And so in total, we have 6 girls hostels and 8 boys hostel. And the food option that we have provided to our students are, the standard food where, whatever the, North Indian and South Indian. And we also have a international students. So we have, the continental also available. If you talk about the four-seater air-cooled, the generally it is 70,000 per annum, so we can always look for it. And if I talk about the food facility, it is 32,000 per annum. We have residential facilities. In our residential facility, there are many amenities, like we have banks inside our campus. We have ATMs as well. You have got 24 hours Wi-Fi system inside our campus. We have postal services as well. We have gymnasium, we have hospital, we have convenience stores. So in any case, you don't have to go anywhere. You have every facility inside our campus. Now, moving ahead with programs offered in architecture, we have, first of all, when I talk about, we start with diploma architectural assistance. It is of 3 years of duration, and it is, the brief description. If I talk about, so this is basically the basic building design along with digital drafting and modeling skills that a student would be getting in this program. What is the eligibility? We believe the 50% in 10th with mathematics, science, and English or equivalent is required. When I talk about in after +2, we have B.Arch, which its duration is 5 years, and it is equally approved by COA, approved professional degree. This is 50% eligibility that you can always see on our website, that whatever the the NATA is important, JEE mains paper 2 or state level exam by competent authority, or 50% in diploma 3 years with mathematics, NATA or JEE mains paper 2 or state level exam by competent authority. So this is for more details, you can always go to our website to get more understanding for the same. And another, after the graduation, we have another program in architecture, that is M.Arch Executive Part-Time. The duration is 3 years, and it is also equally professional degree, which is approved by COA. And the eligibility is 50% in B.Arch or equivalent with LPU Nest. So we have our own scholarship and eligibility test. We call it LPU Nest exam. We have in planning, we have B plan also, 4 years program. And the same eligibility is 50% in 10+2 with mathematics and English. M-Plan 2 years, and it is also having a 50% in B.Arch or B-Plan or B.Tech, civil engineering or planning, or master degree in geography or sociology or economics or equivalent with LPU Nest. So for more details, you can always move on to our program, and you can move on to website and can see all the details also. We also offer interior and furniture design also. For the details, you can always move on to our website. I will skip because of paucity of time. We have M Interiors for furniture design and MSc Interiors and Furniture Design, also of 2 years program. The eligibility you can always check on our website. Let's talk about the fee. We are fee and scholarship. Let me remind you that we are the largest scholarship scheme that we provide to our students, because we believe in the philosophy of that there should not be any hindrance or hurdle in anybody's education. So total scholarship till now, we have given 500 crores and 60,000 students benefited by LPU scholarship in last 7 years, and 61% students studying on scholarship. So this is how the program scholarship in B.Arch is, that we have if you are looking for the fee is 1,20,000. And if you are not having any scholarship, if your marks in 10th or +2, it's 90 or 94.99%, or you come into the LPU Nest cutoff, then you have these, these scholarship slabs that you can always have. Like you can have 70%, 40%, and 50%. So this is how the bracket is being made. You can always go to website for more details. Other than this, we have a scholarship in financial aids, which is, we give the scholarship on the basis of national level test. We also give the scholarship on the basis of sports and cultural events, extracurricular activities. We also, it is being listed in our scholarship page. If you want to know more about the details, you can always click on to the scholarship page, which is available in our website. Financial aid for orphans and disabled students and need-based scholarship. So we are also giving we have made a financial aid to those students who are finding problem, right, in if they have a gap in their education. Even then we are providing them some categories where they can apply for it. What is the process? You have to just go to our admission.lpu.in. We call it LPU Admit. Just register, log in there and sign up, and then you can apply for the admission. You can apply for LPU Nest for scholarship, and then you can book for the exam slot and appear for it for the scholarship. So you can always go and take the admission accordingly. So I wish that I have majorly covered your fees and scholarship and what is LPU is all about. In case if you want to know more about it, please visit to our LPU website and know more about our scholarship. What are the criteria? What are the, how you can apply for it? So such kind of a things can be given. Thank you so much. You can always write to us at admissions@lpu.co.in, and we have a toll-free number. You can always give us a call. We are just a call away. We are happy to entertain all your queries. Thank you so much to everyone. Over to you, Professor Rishi.
So, Dr. Megha, thank you for throwing light on each and everything that you have considered in your presentation. And I would request Dr. Megha to please keep on showing this slide for a while so that students can pick up the required information from this slide and be in touch with us as and when required. Over to Dr. Atul. Doctor, we have a raised hand from Isha Kukreja. Isha, are you there, beta? Please be ready. She would like to talk to you. I would give her a chance to talk to you and put up her question. So, Isha, I am giving you the rights, beta. Please unmute yourself and ask the question to the experts. So, I have given you the rights, Isha. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
सर इस कोर्स की फीस कितनी होगी?
बेटा जो प्रेजेंटेशन में जो आपको बताया है कि इस कोर्स की पर सेमेस्टर की फी जो है वो 1.2 लाख है, 1,20,000। बट जैसे मेघा मैम ने भी बताया कि इसमें स्कॉलरशिप्स का आपके पास बहुत बड़ा एक सिस्टम है एलपीयू का, जिसमें आप एग्जाम दे करके एलपीयू नेस्ट का एग्जाम दे करके ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट इफ यू स्कोर वेरी गुड मार्क्स आप उसमें 50% तक की स्कॉलरशिप ले सकते हैं। तो आपकी जो फीस है वो पर सेमेस्टर सिर्फ 60,000 रह जाएगी। मेगा मैम, इफ यू वांट टू ऐड समथिंग टू दैट, please add something to that so that Isha can understand the scholarship system.
Isha, thank you so much. You have already given her right direction. Isha, आपके इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर जो है वो यही है कि एलपीयू नेस्ट एक एग्जाम इस तरीके से डिजाइन किया गया है कि बच्चा मैक्सिमम से मैक्सिमम स्कॉलरशिप ले सके। सो अगर आप अपनी स्टडीज में अच्छी हैं और अच्छे से एग्जाम्स को अप्लाई करते हो और उस पर एग्जाम प्रिपेयर करते हो तो यू कैन गेट मैक्सिमम स्कॉलरशिप। सो जैसे सर ने भी बताया 50% स्कॉलरशिप आपको मिल सकता है इस प्रोग्राम में, इवन दो अगर इसकी आपको फीस देखने में लगती है, बट स्टूडेंट्स दे आर वेरी मच हैप्पी कि वो स्कॉलरशिप अटेन करें। और स्कॉलरशिप में पढ़ना एक खुद में एक बहुत बड़ी विन विन सिचुएशन होती है। यू फील प्राउड। हाँ, तो आप हमेशा अच्छा फील करोगे कि मैं एक स्कॉलरशिप में पढ़ी हूँ, राइट। सो ज्यादा डिटेल चाहिए होगी तो आप वेबसाइट पे जाके इस प्रोग्राम की डिटेल्स और फी और स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में पता कर सकती हैं।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू।
Isha, I hope you are well answered. Thank you so much, beta. And we have another person, Jagteshwar Singh, who would like to talk to our experts. Can we proceed, Dr. Atul?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I'm giving you the rights, Jagteshwar. So please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Good morning. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Jagdishwar.
Sir, I want to ask you, what are your qualifications and your designation as at LPU?
Okay, my personal qualifications, I've done my bachelor's in architecture from School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi. Then I did my master's in architecture from Architectural Association, London. And after that, I have done my PhD in architecture from SPA New Delhi. My designation at the moment, I'm holding two designations here. I'm heading this division of architecture. So because LPU, everything that we design at LPU, all the infrastructure is designed by an in-house team. So I'm looking after that team as chief architect, but I'm also looking after the School of Architecture.
Dr. Atul, can you unmute yourself for a while once? I suppose, yeah.
Is it working now?
Yeah, it's working. Thank you.
So you could not hear anything that I said?
Yeah, we missed around 10 seconds of your answer.
Okay, so did you get the qualifications?
Yeah, we can proceed from there.
Okay, so my qualifications, like I said, BArch, Masters, and then PhD. And at LPU, I'm holding two designations. I'm looking after the infrastructure of LPU as Chief Architect of LPU, and I'm looking after the School of Architecture and Design as Dean of Architecture. So I have two designations here at LPU.
Jagdeshwar, I hope sir, looking at your face and the body language, he might not be very confident that you are holding so many degrees altogether and such a lot of experience, international experience you have. Thank you. So we have one more person, Suresh Sharma, would like to interact. Suresh, I'm giving you the rights, dear. You can unmute yourself and talk to the experts. Suresh.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
So my query is regarding PhD architecture. So the minimum, sir, my query is regarding PhD architecture.
Right.
So I have recently registered for LPU Nest, but I'm not getting the syllabus what is required for preparation for LPU Nest, sir.
And this goes to Dr. Megha.
I think there's a very pointed query. So I think, Rishi sir, if we can take his email address or phone number, then we can depute somebody to get in touch with him on personal level and guide him, because he's
Sir,
asking about this. Yeah.
I have already noted him, and we have his email as he has registered through email only. So, Dr.
Ji.
Megha, if you can throw some light and make him a little more confident in this. Dr. Megha, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying to unmute myself, but it was not working at that time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Addressing to the query that you are looking for the PhD syllabus, we have, when you go to our doctoral page, we have our sample questions available, and syllabus also under that. We have a syllabus also which are available. But just in case if you're not finding, or if you are finding some difficulty in searching on website, you can email to us. We have a very efficient email team who will reply to you with your whatever the query you have raised. So we believe that you can write to us admissions@lpu.co.in, and we will address your query at that moment only. Otherwise, all the syllabus are available on the website. You can search. In case any problem you are facing, you can write to us. We'll get back.
Megha madam, can we help him showing a website, a quick view from where he has to follow some links? Yeah. So it's for you. It's for you, Suresh. Please have a close look at the screen. Dr. Atul, you were saying something. Okay.
But also, if you could take his email address and forward it to me, then I'll depute somebody to get in touch with him. And if he has some other queries also, so we can sort them.
So if you can see that we have the process and all the information available here. In the information, you can see the question paper pattern and syllabus also. So if you can go to there, you will find that there are many syllabus which are available over here. right? Sometimes we have, under any program we have amalgamated certain disciplines, so you can always see to it. If you're not finding anything over here, you can always reach to us. We will get back to you.
So thank you so much, Dr. Megha. And Dr. Megha, I think there are a few queries there. The students are more worried about the COVID situation. They are involved in those. So I would like you to share a little bit of COVID initiatives that LPU has taken, which would be really beneficial for the students. A quick highlights for those from you.
Yeah, sure. We can always, we have a tile over on our website, which is called COVID-19 Special Initiative taken by LPU. So you can always go there. You can find out that these are the initiatives that so far we have taken to help each and every person or aspirant who's looking for admission at LPU. Like for example, if I talk about we have complete online process. So we know that the COVID situation would not allow you to visit physically, so we have made everything online process. So you can always go with a online application. Even we have a proctored test remotely from home, that you can give the exam. Even remotely video interviews for admission is taken place. Like likewise, he's asking for the PhD. So we have interview scheduled online only. So you can apply online. We have a flexible and easy payment options for admission also. So we are nominal fee by paying 10,000 rupees. And if any person is facing any problem related to financial issues, they can always write to us. And if there's any fee related issues, they can always write to feeinfo@lpu.co.in. We will entertain individually. If we find the genuine reasons, we always get back to the student. And we have extended the dates also for depositing their balance fee, so that a student can have a sufficient time, because this is the uncertainty time where we also understand the parents and the students are having a lot of apprehensions, and a lot of the results are not declared, so they have a certain issues in their mind. So we always give them. We have provided higher scholarship also. Likewise, if you will see that we have given, they expand the scope of the scholarship by introducing the financial aid also, considering all the different areas we have incorporated. And we have given a new scholarship brackets to our students, so that they can take the advantage. And these scholarship are applicable to their program. Duration of the program, it is applicable, provided that a student is not a defaulter, and he is not doing any, no disciplinary action has been taken place. So he has to maintain as a scholarship, because scholarship is given to the bright students. So the person has to become bright, and to this is, he earns this kind of a scholarship. Document submission also, we have provided the individual student is being taken care by our admission officer. Any query that he gets, he has any problem in uploading his documents, or he's having a problem in understanding how he approached to his mentor or anything like that sort. So he's been in under, when he sees his portal, he will get a admission officer. So this admission officer is helpful, and he entertains all his queries. So he can call, he can ask, he can email. So individually we take care of the aspirants. And we have a refund policy also, which is very, very convenient and easy. And we have a proactive, approach. Likewise, Professor, you must be knowing that we are the best in India. We have incorporated the best online class system, right? So whereas if you see the other universities, I would not like to compare, but then I just wanted to highlight a point that we were very successful in commencing our classes very efficiently and effectively. So there is no, students, when I talk about the duration of the education, the students are able to complete their education. Also, we have provided a good placements also during this COVID time. So there was no, the campus were fully prepared. The placement drives took place, and we have given, one of the best placement sessions even in the pandemic, by securing 70,000 plus offers, 7,000 plus offers for jobs, internship and trainings. So this is all, the initiatives that we have taken. These are just glimpses of it. You can always see that we have the research has been done. The faculties also started working on eradicating this COVID. How we can get the good innovations done, researches are done. So faculty plus students, they are all contributing, and they have gained some patent also. So we all are contributing in our own ways. So this is how the initiative that the LPU has made to make our students, or even people are looking for this admissions, they can always consider that this is one of the place where they must visit and they must think about it.
Thank you, Dr. Megha. It was really fantastic and a quick overview. Sir, Atul sir, can we take one more question, which is coming from Jyoti Pannu? She wants to talk to you for a while.
Sure.
Jyoti, I'm putting your mic on. You unmute yourself and go ahead with the question. Jyoti, please unmute your device and
Good
yeah.
evening, sir.
Good evening, Jyoti.
Sir, will we get a great job after the diploma? Is that sure?
After diploma, you say? Yes. Lot of our students, most of our students, after doing diploma, they are working with very good firms in Punjab, in Delhi, and even outside Delhi, in Mumbai. So after diploma, students normally are very proficient in using softwares. They're very good at softwares, and they can work with qualified architectural firms, and they can make a very good career for themselves. So I think it's a very good option if you're looking at diploma. The placement is very good at LPU.
So thank you, sir. Jyoti, I hope you are well answered by Dr. Atul. And due to dearth of time, I would not be able to take up many questions from now. But yes, whatever you have asked in the chat will be definitely answered within 2 days. You'll be getting a mail back answering the questions you have put in. Sir, it's a request from my side, looking at the questions from the students, from the attendees. Uh, we should have an interaction to the level of the students. There should be an open question and answer round that will be more close to the academics. We discussed a lot of infrastructure, we discussed a lot of scholarship today, but yes, more of academics. And I would request you to make a panel along with the HODs, and we can have a next interaction with the students, solving more of their academic queries. Can you plan?
Definitely, Sirishi sir, that's a great idea. And what we can do is we can form a panel of HODs and some senior faculty members, and who can answer questions from the students. To can take direct questions from the students, and we can have a good session where students can participate and ask any kind of questions about academics or even the profession. Where they feel that after doing their degree, what are they going to do? What is the profession going to be like? And what is architecture? Because when we were students, we also had a lot of doubts about the profession. We did not know the profession. So I think we have faculty members who have professional experience as well, who have worked in firms, so they can throw some light on the profession as well as the academics for the students. So definitely, please go ahead and plan it.
So it's a great news that we have got a nod from the Dean, LSAD, that he'll be coming up with a panel and taking up all your queries. Just wait for a little while. You will be getting a mail or an on the Facebook or Instagram. Be in touch with the LPU's page, and you'll be getting an announcement for the next session very, very soon. And so it's time to formally say thanks to everyone. I'm sure the attendees gained a valuable insight into the university and career options. We hope it was a very positive experience for the experts as well. The information you shared was very, very enlightening, I'm sure. During this exclusive webinar on architecture as career, attendees heard from Dr. Atul Kumar Singla and Dr. Megha as on how rethinking architecture would be having scope in future. Hopefully, you found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to leverage the information provided in this webinar to help take a better decision regarding your admissions. I'm obliged and once again thankful to Dr. Atul Singla and Dr. Megha for strengthening this platform. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.